What's up, dudes? My name is Max, and of course I'm here at the Killer Instinct booth at E3, and I'm joined by Keats, Adam Hart, who's the lead combat designer on Killer Instinct. How's it going, man?
It's going great. We had a great show so far.
Nice. So I got back from UFGT, which was an awesome tournament, and I couldn't stop thinking about what the heck you guys are working on with Killer Instinct, and now we actually get to see it, and I've played a lot of TJ, and I got a couple of questions regarding like the design. So within a lot of stuff that we see with TJ, how much is really being carried over as far as like design mechanics? What are the key mechanics on TJ we should be focusing on?
So I think the key things to focus on with TJ are the recapture system that he's brought to the game. Okay. We're not talking about whether we're going to see that on other characters yet, but TJ has the unique ability right now to launch you into the air and then slam you back to the ground, which means he's the only guy in the game who can cash out after a juggle.
Gotcha.
Very powerful.
And that's the thing that I was initially talking about, how it's like, whoa, is everyone going to get this? And right now it looks like it's just a thing for TJ. And yeah, it is really good. It's kind of hard to beat TJ sometimes, which is cool. It makes them a lot of fun. As far as potential other characters, I know a lot of people are asking that they'd like to see some adjustments made to some characters with Season 1, either buffs or nerfs or anything like that. Is that something we can hope for early on, later on, or even a possibility at all?
So I think the name Season 2 really conveys a lot. Yeah. Like, that's a new beginning, right? It's like Super Street Fighter 4. And that's kind of the opportune time for us to revisit and kind of say, hey, now we've added some new stuff. Let's see how it affects the old stuff. Let's adjust as needed. Right. You have to keep in mind that I'm a player first. I'm in love with this game. I have been since E3 last year. We actually...
Well, we played the hell
out of it. We played the hell out of this last year at E3. I think we put like 4 hours a day into it together. And we were raving about it to everybody. And then everybody on the internet was like, you guys are wrong.
It's not good.
It's not good, Keats and Max. And it was awesome, and it's still awesome. I'm not going to do you wrong. I'm listening, I'm playing, I feel the things you guys feel. Yeah. I think I know what you guys want changed. Every time I'm at an event, I pull all the top players and other players aside as well. And I'm like, hey, what would you change? Yeah. Just spitball to me, what would you change? So I have this running tally of things that everyone wants to change, and I just have to kind of reconcile it with how I feel, how the team feels, and figure out what's right for the game.
So being the lead combat designer, that's good that you're getting a lot of feedback from everybody. That was one of the big things about Season 1 that Double Helix was really cool about as well, is like audience feedback, and the fact that that's carrying over is extremely reassuring. I know that we're probably going to get a lot of questions from people that want me to ask, like, so when's Riptor? How many heads is Idol going to have? I don't want to ask you that specifically, but as far as you personally, who would you like to see as far as the returning cast members make it into the game?
I want to see all of them. Okay. As a combat designer, every single one of them represents a unique challenge. It's like a puzzle to me. Yeah. How do I modernize this ancient design, right? And I enjoy that immensely. It's really fun. Cool. I'm not going to name names because I'll get in trouble, but one of the ones I was most excited about will happen for Season 2.
Really? Okay, that's cool.
We'll talk later once it's revealed.
Very cool, very cool. And as far as you working at Iron Galaxy, who has a legacy of especially remaking old classic Capcom games and bringing them to like the HD forefront, those games have amazing netcode. Like, I'm talking, they have the netcode that makes me believe in online fighting games. Can we possibly hope for an update to the online as far as the overall netcode experience for Killer Instinct Season 2?
You could definitely hope for that. I'm a huge fighting game netcode snob. If it's not perfect, I won't play it. Pretty much the only fighting games I play online are the ones we've made, Dive Kick and Killer Instinct. I was a huge GGPO nerd back in the day when Alpha 2 was on it. Played a ton of that. I want the best netcode possible, just like you guys do, and we have some of the best netcode guys in house at Iron Galaxy. Awesome. And they're not going to do you wrong either.
That's extremely good to hear, because somehow Double Helix pulled off magic with a 3D game, and really the fact that the legacy is continuing is great. So right now, TJ, I'm hearing he's about 50% done. Is that right?
Yeah, it's about right. We started, I think our first check-in was around April 15th, so we've had about 6 weeks to put them together from scratch.
Okay, so he's kind of like hot right off the press and in people's hands already, which is kind of surprising. So there's a couple of things like auto double timing, and his normals seem like they're a little bit weaker than the rest of the cast. So is that stuff kind of just early right now?
Yeah, it's all early and it's all in flux, and we're looking for feedback. He does have some incredibly strong normals. If you haven't found them yet, dig in.
Crouching medium kick, standing medium kick.
Standing medium punch is ridiculous. Standing hard punch is ridiculous. He has some powerful stuff. We're going to tune the look of it, so make it look a little sharper, blah, blah, blah. With the auto doubles, it's an interesting thing because he has this auto barrage system. Yeah. And what that lets him do is an auto double is normally like, left, right for him. Yeah. But if after the first hit you press a different button, he'll switch to a different double.
Gotcha, so you have a lot of variety as far as breaking there.
So normally if I do a heavy auto double, you see the first hit and you have the entire duration of the second hit to break me. That's not the case when you're fighting TJ. You see the heavy, he can switch to a medium or light right away. And
so
then you're locked out and you're in trouble.
And for the guys that are getting decent at him here, that's what you're doing. You're not really doing many auto doubles anymore. You're doing auto barrages almost for everything.
Correct. So the reason that his auto doubles are a little slower, and this is fully intentional, is that so you have a chance to break him. Because if they were the same speed as, say, Jago's, you would never break this character. And trust me when I say you do not want that.
Yeah, he does damage. He does damage really fast. And I will concur that as much as I might have an issue with the way TJ looks or his face or something, when you actually see him in-game and you get his specials in your hand and the special moves and you start doing combos, he feels a lot of fun to play. As far as the future characters and stuff that'll come online, is that going to be kind of the status quo, that these characters are going to get something very specific and unique to them, kind of how in Season 1, everyone felt different from everyone else?
So Double Helix set a very, very high bar for character variety in Season 1. They have 8 characters, but they have more variety than most fighting games have within those 8 characters. It's extremely impressive, and it's a challenge that I adore. I love the idea that I have to go into Season 2 and do 8 more characters that cover new archetypes that Season 1 didn't cover. Because there's almost no overlap at all in Season 1, and that's super exciting to me. There's a lot of potential for TJ to be another Saberwolf, but he's not at all. You put your hands on him, he's blazingly fast, but he hits like a truck. He doesn't scratch away at you the way Saberwolf does. He's very, very a Bulldog-style character, whereas Saberwolf's a little more passive-aggressive.
I totally agree, where TJ's mentality, Bulldog is the best way to explain it, because when I describe TJ to people, I'm like, TJ gets in, and he's going to get in no matter what. You just have to find a way to stop him.
Yeah.
And it makes him a lot of fun to use.
Believe it or not, the best way to stop him from bulldogging you is to do it back to him. Because his defense is not fantastic. He has some of the same problems Sadira does with defense. So if you play hyper-aggressive on him and you don't give him a chance to start playing his game, you dictate the pace, you can beat him. And we haven't seen much of that here on the show floor because people are so scared of TJ combo.
People trying to find a way around it, they stick to like Saberwolf and it doesn't work, and it's like, oh no, what do we do?
So for the rest of the season, you can definitely expect some really wild, unique stuff. That's kind of my MO. That's what I do.
Very cool. Thank you very much, Adam, and I can't wait for Season 2.